Check this out.
Welcome to BLPA Big Show. Hockey sports, life for the adult athletes.
Yeah.
Powered by the Beer League Players Association.
Better follow me.
Follow us, the BLPA, on every social media outlet. Follow the crew on Twitter at Nicker Jones.
Let's get it. Here we go.
Welcome to the greatest sports show in the world. Good week, everybody. Hey, as promised, we're here at the Las Vegas Draft Experience. I've got the two folks that you have heard about in the last episode. Obviously, you got Jason. Jason, my buddy, what's up? We got Frank here. Frank's here. Are you Patreoning us yet?
First of all, I want to say shout out Michael Constantino, Patreon member.
original
Yeah.
Patreon member.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
You're not.
I am not giving my money to this bed of lies. I am not going to fund this campaign that you've put on.
Okay, well, we might put the bed of lies to bed today. We might make a new bed, and it might be one built on truth and light and prosperity and joy and love and respect and all that stuff. And then maybe you can Patreon us. But first, we have to tell you that this episode of this shit show is brought to you by HockeyWolf.com. Frank? Yeah, you have to howl. Oh, thank you. HockeyWolf.com. They're a bunch of beer leaguers just like us, a bunch of beauties. They help us do really cool shit at our shows, and they're trying to make beer league more affordable for beer leaguers like me, Frank, Jason, and you guys listening out here. So go check them out, HockeyWolf.com. No.
Late on the ooh.
Yeah, Frank's a little. I mean, it's not boding well for me believing Frank's side of the story when that's the howls he brings to this show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to say Michael Cosentino would bring a much better howl than that, for sure.
100%.
Patreon.
Original Patreon.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we're going to talk about the beer league drama. Like, I tossed it out on the Facebook page. A lot of negative chirps because some of our group members are bitches. And they try to say that drama isn't supposed to be in beer league, but what beer league are they playing in?
Yeah, wrong.
You know?
The wrong one.
I've never been in a beer league where drama wasn't the most important thing.
The most fun part of it, really.
For sure.
I mean, we don't even like hockey,
No.
but I'm there for the drama. Really.
I hate this sport.
Yeah, especially today. We're in the arena, Lifeguard Arena in Henderson, where the Silver Knights play, not the Golden Knights, the baby Knights, the Silver Knights. That's how they practice. They don't play here. And we're about to embark on a championship Sunday so epic that it will be wrote down in the annals of history as probably the
website. It'll be on the website.
The only history that matters to us.
Yeah.
It'll be wrote down there as we embark on a championship quest, because as much drama as we've seen between Frank and Jason, Frank tailored his whole draft strategy to draft Jason on Friday night, which included having to draft me. But it's worked out for him.
It was out of fear of retaliation.
Yes. Because, I would bury him on this show if he would have drafted me. I would have fucking buried him. I would have chugged the shit out of that beer, and I would have took Jason on whatever team that I was on, just out of retaliation. So smart move, Frank.
Abusing your platform, as usual.
Hey, what's the point of having a platform if you can't abuse it?
Exactly.
But hey, here's the deal. If you or anybody else out there listening wants to buy me out, I'll sell out right now. If there's a price in my head. We've talked about this, me and Jason. If you match it, I'm fucking gone. You can abuse the platform however you want.
I don't want this fucking platform, bro.
So we're in Vegas. Before we get to the drama part of this podcast, and I'm sorry
before we go forward, Michael Cosentino. Go on.
Shout out.
Hey, super shout out, Michael Cosentino, OG Patreon people. Hey, if you want to support us on Patreon, maybe you'll get shout outs from us. It's patreon.com/theblpa. I also want to shout out the Beer League Gods. Chris Nall's one of those guys. We appreciate you guys. We love you. But before we get to the drama part, we are in Vegas. How about we regale this audience with stories of what's going on in Vegas? How's your Vegas trip been so far, Frank?
I'm down about 300, but I got a nice little parlay ticket that's looking sweet right now. It's going to bring me a 0, which is a win.
Hashtag money lining.
Hashtag.
Yeah.
Well, how's yours been, Jason?
Yeah, I'm actually down probably about 600 right now, but I've got a 300 ticket that if it cashes will get me close to zero.
Okay.
So
Hey, is ours gonna hit? Like I'm in on 50.
So listen, this is what happened, Nick.
Oh,
I'm
I
glad
got
we're
fucked.
here talking about this now
I
on
got
the show.
fucked, didn't I? I got fucked. You won it. You took all the money, and
I wanted to make the bet, but
Okay.
I had two Lucianos, son and father, as well as Frank, and they bullied me out of it. They just kept talking, and I didn't take the bet. They bullied me out of it.
hey, Frank isn't even Patreoning us.
I know.
You can't listen to him.
You're
I can't
right.
even believe a single iota of anything he says right now. But I'm gonna keep an open mind, Frank. Okay.
I get mentioned on the podcast nonstop, and now I'm live on it without being a Patreon member. Yeah, let me just jump in and give you my money.
But here's the deal: if I make that bet and it loses, right? It no longer is about the money. It's about the three people that I'm hanging out with telling me I told you so.
Yep.
The rest of the trip, right?
What's the
It just
bet?
it becomes too much. The Preds.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, but here's the deal.
That's a
now
bad
if,
play.
Now, if it wins and you did make the bet, I don't got the money.
But here's the
But
thing:
you're just one guy.
I don't win the money.
I got a platform and I'm gonna fucking bury him.
I don't get the money, but I do get the I told you so. So it's really win-win for me. If
Yeah.
if they lose,
And it's only win for me if we don't lose, and if we win, I could be up some money.
I'm gonna be honest, it's a zero win for you. You get no wins out of it.
Hey, but let me talk to you about winning and how I had this masterful plan where I went around the draft party and I said, here's the deal. I found a slot machine. It's $100 a spin. How about you give me $100 and I'll spin for you? And what we'll do is we'll get how many ever people actually spin. Give me the $100. That's how many spins we'll have. At the end of that number of spins, we'll pull it out and we'll distribute the winnings to everybody.
Before we move forward, I did also not contribute in that.
How many dummies did you find to contribute to this?
Including myself, because my money's on the line too. I'm not just willy-nilly in everyone else's money. I was in it. I had a little skin in the game. I was trying to money line. 16 total.
One of them was me.
One of them was you. Yeah, it was. And hey, 16 spins and we didn't win shit. But we have a story to tell. I'm telling it right now.
Yeah.
And
That's priceless.
it is priceless. But I also want to. I think that if we did it again.
Oh God.
If we did it again, we would probably quadruple our money and be up double the total. Are you in?
So I bet if we walked around the strip, we could find some homeless people that had that exact scenario running through their mind when they had a home and now they're sleeping on the street. The we can't lose again strategy is exactly how you end up sleeping
Yeah,
on the
but
Las Vegas
That's how
Strip.
they built all those buildings, bro.
Yeah, but we're different. All
Okay.
right, we're different.
Okay.
So, but basically, hey, okay. Here's the deal. If that bet we were gonna make hits, back in $100 and we're gonna toss it in. Deal? Money lining.
Done deal. Money lining.
Money lining, baby. Told you so, Frank.
Yeah, go at it.
And okay, one last thing before
Michael
we get,
Cosentino, would you like in on this?
but
Let
Cos
us know.
is in,
Hit us
right?
up.
Cause is in.
Cos is in.
Cos is
Okay.
in.
So now we're up to 3. Peck you in? We're up to $400.
Pecky boys in,
We're up
all
to
right.
$400. See? And, hey, Frank, who's gonna be laughing when we walk home with a fucking pocket full of cash?
I will be glad for you.
Thank you. And then you'll Patreon us.
No,
Okay.
I will not.
All right. Here's the deal. We got to get to the drama.
All
we
right.
got to get to the drama. But I want Frank to tell us one time about his favorite game in Las Vegas. What do you love the most at the casinos? Your favorite casino game?
The robotic horse racing. Hands down.
And I know what you're thinking. What's robotic horse racing? And we're gonna have Frank explain it to you
Let me
right
tell
now.
you how great it is. If I wasn't a goalie, I wouldn't fucking be here today. I'd be playing the robotic ponies. That's what I would do. I tried to find a goalie, and they were like, no. I'm like, fuck. But
As a matter of fact, you literally just left your gear in the middle of the arena
I
lobby
did
last
actually
night
do
and said,
that.
I'm going to let God decide if I play tomorrow.
Right.
Because he wants to risk it all
Yeah.
and just play the robotic ponies.
when in Vegas, God chose that I play today,
So,
though.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, have you won on the robotic ponies?
I was up, I don't know, it was a good
It's a
chunk.
good chunk on the first night for
Yeah,
sure.
first night for sure.
Yeah.
Second night, a little different vibe around the track, and wasn't hitting.
So just to put it in perspective for you guys, when what you're thinking when we talk about electric ponies, it's literally like kind of like the size of 2 bubble hockey machines put together, and it's a big bubble, and there's fake horses on it in a fake racetrack, and you bet your odds, and they run these.
I mean, fake's a strong word. I mean, those fuckers are giving it all. Like,
and these fake horses go around a track, and we have winners. So it's quite intriguing. But the best part is everyone else is sitting at the track watching it very calm. Meanwhile, Frank's jumping up, yelling, "Come on, 5! Come on, 5!" And everyone's just staring at us because they're not sure what's going on with us.
At one point, I was pounding on the bubble, and security was like, "Excuse me, sir."
So
Like,
we asked you to leave.
You're right.
Hey.
Shouldn't pound on the bubble.
But can I ask you a question? Do you like betting on real ponies?
No, not at all. the,
Nowhere near as much fun as the
Yeah.
mechanical ones.
the robotic ponies give it their all. Like it's like minor league hockey. When you're out there watching a minor league hockey, those guys are giving it their all.
They are. They're trying to
These
get to
robotic ponies are leaving everything out there.
everything
and
on
I
the electronic
appreciate it.
track. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well. And hey, I hope they come. I'm sure you're going to hit the electronic track again tonight.
100%.
And I wish you good luck. I hope you win, and then I hope you use that money.
To Patreon us. Maybe
Yeah.
just
Not
show
gonna
some
happen.
love.
Let's make that deal right now, Frank. We're all about making deals here. Whatever money,
make a deal.
whatever money you win on electronic ponies tonight, you just toss it right in to make this show
It's a
better.
Star Wars themed tournament. He all of a sudden thinks he's a fucking Jedi. Like, oh, give us your money. Like,
It worked on draft night when everyone was drunk. I mean,
He crushed it on draft night. Yeah.
And listen, I do feel responsible about losing everybody's money. I feel responsible,
because you are.
and I feel bad.
Yeah.
But I don't feel bad enough to dip into my pocket and pay them all back.
Yeah.
Fair.
But I do feel
I mean,
bad.
they have to take some ownership there.
They knew it. Like I said, yeah, I want to come to Vegas and just do a thing called winning, but casinos don't let you do that. These guys knew this wasn't winning. We were
Right.
gambling.
Yeah.
Okay.
We weren't
100%.
investing in a money printing machine. It was a
No.
slot machine. Yeah.
But let's talk about investing. Who wants to invest in this new idea I have?
No, I'm
It's
out.
basically put in a bunch of money and I try to double it at a fucking
Yeah.
craps table.
Yeah, no, I'm
No?
good. Thank you.
I like it actually. I'm in.
See,
Send me a prospectus and I'll give it a look. But
I
right
can-
now, I'm gonna say no.
Hey, listen, I stopped selling after I closed, and I just closed Jason. I can pitch some shit, bud.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, to the drama, to why everyone's listening this week.
Yeah.
I think we've heard everything from Jason's side. I think we've
The
also.
lies. Yeah.
I think we've,
Yeah.
and also I want to point out, we put these guys on separate sides of the table in case punches come out.
In case.
I hope. Well, I hope they don't until after we win a
Let me show
championship.
you a video, bro.
So I want to hear the story from your point of view. Just give us a quick the Cole's notes of the story from.
You want to
from Frank's
lead with
side.
the truth? That's weird for this show.
Well,
Like,
yeah, you never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Yeah.
But we do have ethics.
For sure.
And
For sure.
There are some ethical proponents to journalism, and we're gonna practice that now. Very shortly.
it's a simple story. Puck came loose in my zone. My defensemen were nowhere to be found. Limbacher's on the break. He's coming for it. I had a window of opportunity to get to it. I chose that window. I beat him to the puck. He chose to force the issue, try to squeeze his hand between me and the boards to reach the puck to do what? I'm not sure. And apparently, according to him, there was some damage
And medical
done to his hand.
professionals.
Yeah. Okay. Medical. That's my other point. I believe about a week ago I called him out that this injury may or may not be fictional, right? So, because we all know he's playing in another league. The season-ending injury only ended his season for one league.
Well,
But okay.
to be fair, that season didn't even start. So how can it end if it never started?
Right. For him, it never started. He bailed out of it because of the injury.
Okay.
I can't play. Doctor said, got to give it a rest, right? But the other league, you don't got to rest it there. You can play it there. And then burn up the frickin' score sheets in that other league. No problem. So let's get back to fictional or not. I called him out. That's a bold move, right?
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
bold.
week and a half ago, right?
Yep.
We also said about a week ago we would have this podcast together live in
Yep.
person. Do you see a medical report on the table?
I don't.
Okay. So, also, when you guys were talking your lies, shortly before that, I listened to another podcast where there was arguments that McDavid was coming in and people were mad because McDavid tried so hard and defensemen crushed him and blah, blah, blah. And they was like, what do you want? What do you want him to do? Just let him score? What was I supposed to do? They're like, oh, yeah, have the puck. Have at it. His shot percentage on me, amazingly high.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. Can't let it happen. So, and I beat him there by a long shot.
By a long shot. Well, to answer a couple of your questions, just I feel like you're lumping me into like when you say y'all are lying. I'm just a third party media. I'm not spreading any lies. Yeah. And then the second, like, what are you supposed to do? Let him have it. I mean, you did the same thing to Luciano last night. You let Luciano just have the puck in the corner and let him have a goal. Like, why couldn't you let Jason do that?
I let him have it.
Yeah. He was you were the last one to touch the puck.
Insult to injury, I have Luciano come up to me and say, "Hey, Frank didn't run me over. I don't know what that's about."
Exactly. I was standing right there. I saw firsthand of it.
Luciano's shot
Nick
percentage
was very
not
close
so
to
good
the
on
play.
me.
I don't know if you remember, but Nick was very close to the play.
Really close. And in my defense on that, so here we are. I told you that Frank did everything he could to draft Jason, who was the last person in the round. So he had to maneuver the whole from Frank's first, Jason's round number 11. He had to maneuver 10 other rounds. Nine other rounds.
I did it masterfully.
9 other rounds. But within that masterful movement of draft art is what I'm going to call it.
Yeah.
He decided, I'm not going to draft one defenseman to play this weekend, which in turn...
Have you seen me play, bro? I don't need defensemen.
Which in turn made me the defenseman. And I'm not a good forward. And I'm much worse at defense, as you've seen.
Fact.
But to be fair to everyone sitting at this table, we have not lost a game yet.
Our team can score some goals. It turns out when you have all forwards, your team can score.
Your team can score.
So to
again, GM of the year. I'll take it.
I want to apologize to Frank that I have to be on the back end, but I also want to say you letting Luciano score on you was on you, not me.
Today, Luciano scored on me. Yesterday, your argument was it was an empty netter. See? You just shade this stuff out. Whatever gets the ratings, bro, you go at it.
Well, yeah. We need people to listen. We need people on board. And I was defending my goalie in that happenstance.
I get you.
You know,
yeah.
you're sitting in there.
Now you're just pandering to the masses.
Listen, we have integrity, but we also have a job to do, and that's to get listeners.
And when Luciano comes in there all smug, like, oh, I scored on Frank, I'm going to defend my goalie and say, did you really? If Frank's in the fucking corner, if the goalie's in the corner of the rink and not in the net, and you shoot, did you really beat the goalie, Joe? And what did he say?
Yes.
And he was wrong.
I know one way Joe wouldn't have beat the goalie, and that's if Frank met him at the boards and destroyed his hand.
Destroyed his hand for the rest of his career.
Blew him up and then said, just a hockey play.
Just a hockey play, bro. Just a hockey play.
Okay, so on to the drama. You're saying that you still can't prove that the injury is real.
There's no proof.
Did you listen to the last episode?
I did.
He said he would put you on his HIPAA form.
Yeah.
And
I have yet to receive the authorization.
I've got my doctor's phone number pulled up right now.
Can we patch him in?
I will. I'm imagining he's probably on call on the Lord's Day. But what I'll do here is I'll make sure I get Frank's email after this show is over.
Conveniently after the show's over.
I'll call the doctor. Make sure we get that medical report sent over immediately. And maybe we can check back in with Frank at a later date to see if he received the medical report.
I want it dated and certified.
Does it need to be a notary?
Yeah, you want me to get a notary?
I am a notary public, so I will notarize it.
Perfect.
Who gave you a notary? Holy shit.
I printed it off on the internet and just made it to a stamp. Okay, so we have that. So what else do we need? Like, what do we need to do to clear this up? Because I'm all about making our team whole, our team this weekend whole.
So here's the thing. Frank has told me, plain and simple, we've been hanging out a lot this weekend.
Okay.
Basically from the flight here together the whole weekend.
Yep.
Frank is come to terms with what happened, and he's good with it. So because of that, what am I going to do? I also just have to come to terms with what happened. We can agree to disagree. I don't know that I don't know that there's ever going to be an agreement.
I think, of course, he's good with it. He's the one that fucking destroyed you.
Right.
So
of course.
See what I'm talking about? You don't take sides on this podcast, so you're just a mediator.
You're
just a mediator. Yeah.
In his mind, you're the one that destroyed him.
Yeah.
So of course
I'm the one who's been slandered with fake fucking medical reports. But that's okay.
He thinks he's in the right, so of course he's good with it. So we're trying to figure out how to get you guys past this. I wasn't there. This is what drafted. I wasn't there. I wish I would have seen it with my own eyes, but I didn't.
I think the only way for us to be square.
Yep.
Let's just call it be square.
Yep.
Is the next time I score on Frank, I have to woo, right? Like I have to I have to make my own hockey play, right? And
Okay.
a celly is a hockey play.
Yeah.
So, and there's nothing that hurts Frank worse.
Let's not throw that out on public fucking podcast. I'm gonna have every fucking player in the world wooing on me every time he scores.
Well, I was going to say specifically me. I think I
don't
dig
like
a little
any of them.
deeper. I understand you
Yours
don't like
dig a
all
little
of them.
deeper, yeah.
I think
'Cause
mine
you do
just dig
it
a little
when-
deeper.
Yeah, well,
playing
let me
fucking-
add on a little more to that. Until Frank Patreons us, everybody woo the fuck out of this motherfucker.
I can't be bullied, bro. Woo away, boys.
I'm going to woo on him today when we get scored against. Woo!
I'm playing defense. I will. That will be my celly.
Perfect.
I mean, I don't. It's not. None of my actions actually lead to goals against. Frank. To be fair, Frank has told me.
That's a whole nother podcast.
Frank has told me multiple times that I'm fucking killing it with clearing those rebounds out of the way. You have said that
That
many
was
times.
once, but yeah.
No, at least twice.
Listen,
Okay.
listen. Even though Frank injured me, possibly for life, I blocked a shot for him yesterday.
You
I mean,
did.
that should tell you the dedication I have
To
to
Frank.
my best friend.
And you know what's funny about that is literally.
Whoa,
No,
hold on
not
a second.
minute.
I just thought of something. Michael Cosentino.
Shout out, Michael Cosentino. True
No.
Patreon.
It's a true OG guy. Hey, Michael Constantino, next time you score on Frank, I hope you woo the fuck out of this motherfucker.
Mike's never scored on me, never will.
Oh,
Called
challenge.
out.
Yeah,
So-
Iceland, here we
all
come.
know he scored on
Iceland,
me.
here we
He
come.
will 1,000
Yeah.
times more.
Now Frank's gonna have to masterfully draft Cos to get Limbacher. But the problem is if I remember correctly, and this is not a shot at probably biggest fan of the show,
Michael
Cosentino. I don't remember him being very strong in the chugging sector of.
Michael is one shade better than Luciano, and Luciano is one shade better than my 2-year-old daughter.
Luciano's still chugging the beer from 3 tournaments ago.
My
Oh,
2-year-old
no.
daughter could probably beat Luciano and Cosentino in a beer chugging
And,
contest.
and listen, these guys are all together. Luciano's son, Limbacher, Frank. They're all kind of hanging out together this weekend. They're in the same hotel. They're giving rides to each other at the draft because Frank was trying to be masterful. He could have drafted Luciano,
Correct.
and he told him, "Sorry, bro, you don't chug fast enough."
It's not how that happened. See what I'm talking about?
That's what I remember.
No.
I mean, that's part of it. Let's not pretend like it's not
Was that
part
not
of
what
it.
you were thinking?
No.
What were you thinking?
If I took Luciano, his son was in the same round as Limbacher, and I had to go after Limbacher. So I gave Luciano the choice to be on my team and not play with his son, or not be on my team and have a shot at playing with his son. I asked him directly before the round. I said, make your pick. He said, no, I'm going to play with my kid. I said, have at it.
And I don't normally back Frank up, but that did happen. That did
Hey,
happen.
But what makes for a better story?
You were
Frank-
backing me up when I felt
Frank-
your face in my back when I crushed you on the boards, bro.
He admits it.
Oh boy.
No, I never
It's gonna be
denied
a
I
long day
crushed
for you
him.
today, Frankie.
I never denied I crushed him.
But what makes for a better story? That Frank went to this guy out of with respect and said, "Hey, what do you want to do?" Or
Well-
Frank, who also crushed you on the boards on purpose to hurt you and injure you for life, went to this guy and said, "Fuck you, you don't chug very fast."
Well, we gotta at some point paint the picture that Frank isn't all bad, or then it starts to dilute the bad things that he did, like injure me for life, right?
True.
So Frank is a decent human being. He just made a poor decision to injure me for life, but we got to make sure that that's outlined.
Yeah,
It's a hockey play.
See, I'm kind of a different. Like, I like to tear people down
All the way.
hey, but only so I can build them
back
up.
up, okay.
Right?
When do you start the build back process?
Well, I got
I've been watching you tear people down for
it's-
like a decade.
It's
bro.
usually right after he gets that Patreon notification.
Yeah. Hey, Frank is now a Patreon. And listen, let me tell you a good story about Frank here. Frank,
Great guy, great
hell,
guy, fan
hell
of the
a
show.
dude, hell of a dude. Probably second best fan of the show now. Okay, so where we're at basically is you guys are good. You guys
We've come to terms with it.
Yeah.
So
I was in the right. He was in the wrong.
Here we go.
We're both good at it.
tune in next time for. So all right, well, hey, I'm glad we at least got Frank's side of the story. Now I'm gonna have to, as a mediator, I'm gonna have to go back and I'm gonna have to review all the notes on each side. And
I
then
think
find
there's
out,
film. Isn't there film? Is there not tape on this?
Weren't you in Eagle River?
No, this
No.
was in Nashville. I never pulled the
you never pulled
the
the
live
live
barn. I don't know
Oh,
how
weird.
far we can go
Weird
back.
that you wouldn't want to go pull the live barn.
Yeah, no. Sometimes
Yeah.
when you're traumatically injured, you
Yeah.
don't want to relive
This
it.
dude pulls live barns if he makes a nice deke, but he doesn't pull the live barn of this
Yeah.
fucking
Hey, to be
career
fair,
ender.
I don't have a live barn account as the BLPA, mainly because we're running low on Patreon members. If we had an extra Patreon member, I would have paid for it and I would pull it.
Yeah.
And so We'll see if we can get. You know what? Maybe Cause will bump up his level a little bit.
Yeah, shout out
then,
Michael
then we'll
Cosentino.
go out and we'll pull this if it's still there. If the footage is still there, we'll pull it, and then I will also enter that into evidence when I'm reviewing all your side of the story, and then I have this, and then I'll make my final judgment.
Just to recap, he did not bring video, and he did not bring a medical report.
All that stuff will weigh into my decision.
Okay.
Okay, but
It should weigh into your decision that he chose not to bring them. That tells a lot.
I'm impartial. I'm in the middle. I don't know. I don't know what's in Jason's heart. Okay, but I also
know what's in his hand, a big fucking lump.
Woo!
I can't wait for warm-ups today, bro.
All right. So basically, we got nowhere today,
Yeah.
but we got both sides of the story. And you know what? And as the commissioner, I feel like it is my duty to make an official ruling. But the good part about situations like this is you people out there listening. Yes, I said you people, just like Don Cherry. You get to make a decision too. So who are you people? Are you people Team Frank or are you people Team Jason Limbacher?
Team decency.
It's a hockey play.
Yep, there it is. Carry your love sack. Let's get it going. All right. Hey, is there anything else we want to go here? Are we just going to end this episode with a 25-minute?
I got to pee so bad, bro. I weigh that into your decision.
Can you one time, just mainly to make myself feel good, and maybe make Jason feel? You came to me, and this is legit.
This is going to be lies. I could see it on his face. This is going to be lies.
This is a legitimate thing. You came to me and said this stuff, and it filled my heart with glee and gladness and happiness. It was your thoughts on the podcast since we made a couple internal changes.
Yeah.
And can you regale
Yeah.
the listeners with that?
Little information on me. I am not a podcast guy, so I just don't listen to podcasts. I have listened to yours for a long time.
Thank you.
Shout out.
Shout
Michael
out to all the
Cosentino.
podcasts. Michael Cosentino. It didn't hook me. I wasn't hooked. I like, if I'm taking a good crap and it's going too long, I'll pull up an episode. But you and Limbacher together, you got me. You hooked me. I think you got lightning in a bottle. It's a good group, and I wish you many more fucking podcasts full of lies. I just wish they'd be on somebody else.
Maybe Frank was trying to end my hockey career so I'd do more podcasting. Maybe that's it.
But the good part is, why not both?
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
can do. Hey, Frank, I can do both. So just for future reference, you don't have to put me down. I can do both.
Yep.
Doing God's work.
Yeah, well, I really appreciate it, even on the Lord's Day.
Even on the
All right.
Lord's Day.
I appreciate you saying that. It means a lot to me. The guy that we talk about probably the most on this show.
Michael
Michael
Cosentino.
Cosentino.
Well, no, Frank is who we name drop the most.
Yeah, that's right.
Now we are. I don't want to say obligated, but kind of obligated because we got called out. He's like like Cosentino sent us a message. This motherfucker doesn't even Patreon you, and here I am Patreon, and you can't even mention
get
me.
a shout out.
And now this is just gonna be called the Michael Cosentino show.
Yeah.
So but other than that, I mean, I think that's that. I mean, listen, we've been giving the fans what they want: more episodes. They
Yep.
say more episodes. We took a little break, but we're on it. We're back on it.
Yep.
And I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you're with me. I'm glad Frank's enjoying it because if there's one person in this world that I want to please more than anybody, well, my
Same.
wife and my kid, and then it's Frank.
Frank's
Sure.
close. It's 1A, 1B.
And then a 1C, Michael Cosentino.
Michael Cosentino. Shout out
Michael
Michael.
Cosentino.
So if you guys want to tune in on YouTube Live and see our team make an epic run to the Las Vegas Draft Experience Championship, you can. We're 3-0 as it sits right now. I'm afraid
Still work to be done.
I'm afraid we've read the press clippings, but I have all the faith in the world in our team's non-defense defense.
Correct.
So,
We're playing the 5-0-1 set. That's our.
We've got a clear strategy, and it's to score goals.
Yeah.
Part of that is letting in goals as well.
chicks dig goals.
100%.
Chicks dig them. And we're smart. We're smart as fuck.
Yeah.
It's probably smarter than
IQ 1,000 for sure.
100%. We realize that the rules only allow certain people, everyone, to only score 3 goals,
Yep.
and we're just like, let them score. 3 woos for you, bud.
Now what?
Now what are you gonna do?
What else you got?
Now we're just gonna come in waves. Maybe we'll get Frank one today. Everyone else has scored. Why not Frank?
Yeah, why not?
Right, why not?
I did say on the way out here, I'm gunning for a goal.
That
this
was
tournament.
something he did mention on the way out here.
Hey, and I want to go on record here and say this is the most I've ever seen you play the puck.
Yeah,
in a
I
game.
have no defensemen. Literally 0 defensemen are on my
And
team.
That checks out.
awesome. Usually when you see goalies that don't play the puck much, they come out and they flub it. And you have once with Joe Luciano.
Don't and go right to the next topic. You flubbed the fucking puck.
I didn't even
I want
touch
to
it.
clear. Yeah, that's my point.
Well, then how did I flub it if I didn't touch it?
Because I was getting ready to play it, and you decided to set a screen for fucking Luciano.
You tried
so
to
he
high
could take
five
the-
me on the ice. I thought we were doing some
Hey,
kind of
hey.
fucking cool.
As an impartial between you two, because I was on the bench
Yeah.
when this happened. Maybe if one of you would have just ran Luciano over, this wouldn't have happened. I don't know who,
I don't
who wants
do-
to take
I don't do that
responsibility
shit.
for that.
And
Which
you
one
have
of you
all
like
the
to do it?
pads. I'm not protected. You're protected.
I do
Fucking
not
no.
run people over when they don't deserve it. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
gotta
know what
take-
you know
boy.
about
I
Oh,
it.
gotta
boy.
take this into consideration.
Oh, boy.
I'm knocking it down, boys. So, but anyway, we're about to go on Championship Sunday here. The Snakeskins are coming out. They've never lost a game. So, Frank, this is on you now. Bud.
Let's do it.
It's on you. All right, guys. Anything else to add before we go?
I don't think so. Shout out Michael Cosentino.
Yep. Frank, you got anything else to add?
No, just Michael Cosentino.
I'm also going to add another Michael Cosentino in there for the Cosentino hat trick. And I'm going to say good luck to us. Good luck to Frank on the ponies. Good luck to Jason on the money lining. And good luck to me filling this podcast with lies for years to come. Be good or be
Spoiler
good at
alert,
it.
They'll be great at it.